Look, I wasn't told by George Lucas during the movies that they were under orders to let them go, so...
That wasn't in the crawl at the beginning.
You were told.
Welcome to the Peace Moon.
Like, after it happened, they mention in the movie, that's how they followed them to Yavin. Remember, they let them go with a tracker on the Millennium Falcon?
One question I have about how combat situations are going to be handled, Jordan, is how do you plan on handling the narrative range distances?
I haven't really given it much thought. Sorry, I'm chewing on something right now.
Okay.
I haven't given it much thought. I was just going to assume that we're going to play it by ear, and if it makes sense for something to be, short range, it'll be short range.
So it'll be handled narratively.
Yes. So if you're aiming in a hallway, it's like a couple doors down. It's not gonna be that far. Because some of the
Common sense.
Because some of the maps that I've got have actual squares. So I'm just going to play it by ear, and we'll suss out a proper strategy as it goes on.
I think under a table is short range. Yeah, that are engaged.
Mm-hmm. That's how the holdout blaster is set. It's on a inner thigh, holster.
Mm-hmm.
That seems like an awkward place to have a gun.
Hey, man.
Maybe Chris's character is an awkward character.
God damn it, sissy slap.
You're not putting the. Never mind. Difficulty die. It's a purple thing, Aaron.
Why do I need a difficulty die?
Because
all combat checks have difficulty dice.
Okay.
Almost all.
Not just combat. Almost everything has difficulty associated with it.
Something that doesn't is initiative checks. Doesn't have difficulty dice.
I said almost. It's basically if it doesn't have any difficulty, you're pretty much guaranteed to succeed.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe initiative checks do. I think it's like the recovery for strain at the end of every combat encounter that doesn't have.
Initiative does not.
There's a few that don't.
Yeah.
But it's also everybody does initiative without difficulty, so it kind of evens out.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Melee Aaron is always
It's
too
called
purple.
a fail.
Melee is always too purple, unless
You
otherwise
fail,
stated.
but you can recover 2 strain with your 2 advantages.
Or you can pass on the advantage to the next person, maybe.
Yeah.
That's for babies.
Something that you
Melee is
did puts it
difficulty
in
2.
Yeah,
always.
melee is always difficulty 2 unless something upgrades or downgrades it. Yeah, he succeeded that time.
Yeah, because I'm a badass.
The problem is that you wouldn't deal any damage to yourself with that hit, or Lissa, and definitely not Rakcharr.
Nope.
1 threat generated. Wow.
You take a strain.
It's usually what...
You punch yourself a little. Just a little.
And that's one of the things that Destiny Dice I can use, not Destiny Dice, Destiny points for, is I can upgrade your difficulty die.
Alright, Forda, enough talk. Come at me, bro. It's time to end this.
Uh-oh.
Or we can use the...
Okay. Let's see, that extra damage takes it up to 10 damage, which still isn't enough damage to deal any damage to Forda with this 10.
You forgot your difficulty dice, too.
I clicked the weapons link. It's supposed to... I figured it was supposed to add it automatically.
Unfortunately, it does not.
Why is it not? That's weird. It should.
I thought it actually
Because
did
it's
whenever
variable.
I tested this out in an earlier macro.
Huh.
Right.
I assume it doesn't automatically set it because it's variable most of the time.
I suppose.
But then why would you have a weapon thing there?
That's fine. I can easily add those. The power of... Let's see here. That looks like only 9 damage, which is... Regardless, I still don't hit Forda. But I have 2 advantages to... I disorient the Forta, giving someone boost dice. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I recover
Disorient.
Disorient the Forta.
Alright.
There we go. Just there you go. That's how it's done. Cooking with gas.
There you go. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much how combat will go. I mean, it'll be a little bit more narrative. They'll have objects in the area where you can hide behind. If you guys think of, if you guys can come up with good narrative reasons to have boost dice, I'm willing to hear them. Like if someone like tries to ambush you in a dark corridor, you're saying it's dark, they can't see us. Makes sense. They have setback die.
But that
I'm
means
going
they can't see
to
that.
ride on Rakcharr's back and give him a massage as he fights.
No.
You're standing there with the bucket.
He's too
and the
tall
towel
to be
going-
standing. I'd have to be getting like a piggyback ride.
All right, let's try this again. But now
you
with
got
feeling.
the bucket and the towel and the bottle of water. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you can do it.
That's you
The
credit.
bad news. No.
But
That
you
still
didn't
deals
get
no
through.
damage, which means it's not a critical hit.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
You could use the crit for other things, but not damage.
Yes, I can use the triumph for other things. Like,
Or yeah, that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let me open up yonder book here. Let's see here. I can use my triumph to... Let's see here. I can upgrade the difficulty of his next check. Yeah!
Woo.
And
Actually-
then with my advantage, I can recover a strain. Yeah!
For you, that could mean a lot.
Yeah, or I can... or I'll just add a boost die to the next allied character's check.
Say, Grim, how many, like, strain bumps do you get in your specialization track? Do you know offhand? Or is it a lot or a few?
I think it's only one.
Ouch.
Let me go ahead and check to make sure. And by one, I actually mean 0.
You did it.
Oh, fucking hell.
It's fine, everyone. Wookiees are totally known for getting headaches. I'll
But
just
hey.
frenzy.
Wookiees are very well known for being punched into submission. But I mean, a knife? Oh, they can handle that.
You have to punch it until it bleeds clear.
This isn't Farscape.
Is now.
Well, that still
Don't fool
doesn't
Jim
hit and
Henson.
deal damage to Forta, but I got 2 triumphs.
Fuck you, Forta!
That's right. When dealing
Jim
damage, okay, so I can do something vital, so I'll destroy the controls of the nearby blast doors and seal them shut as I'm punching.
Yeah.
While he's
you don't
standing
need-
in between it.
Yeah, that's right. Forta somehow dodges out of the way or whatever. I hit his body and I don't deal any damage, but I knock his body against the controls, and that destroys the controls. Yes.
Aaron actually does damage. That doesn't do any damage.
Bantha's eye laser sight.
All right.
It's a thing.
It's a
yeah,
mod.
yeah, J3PO actually. That's 14 damage. Subtract 10. That deals 4 damage. Yeah. Good job, J3PO.
Woo!
Wait, so you're saying that the assassin droid is good at dealing damage to individual hard targets?
Yeah.
Alright, you did almost 10% of his health.
All right, now Forta, come at me, bro. Come at me.
Why does he have an extra space before Hutton?
Give me an attack, bro.
I don't actually have any dice, so I don't... okay. Let me just... I don't actually have any weapons for him, but I'm just gonna roll the brawl dice.
It's okay, he has
Punches.
Does he have
claws.
like any sort of talents that in like harm his ability to hit me? That'd be pretty cool.
Forta casts Wookiee Rage
Maybe Hutts aren't good at punching people.
Please?
with his little T-Rex arms.
That's
Oh.
right.
Okay, they have no talents for actually fighting. But he has 6 brawn.
Okay.
It's kind of amusing, but it
It's
definitely
been-
shows
See,
that
see,
they...
the reason why is that whenever I watch like Y Caliber's thing, he mentioned that Steven Seagal, the GM, mentioned that the Hutt had like setback dice to like his brawn stuff, like if he was trying to like punch someone with like brawl.
If it's the long arm of the Hutt thing, I think that Hutt does have stuff.
Okay, but not all Hutts in general, just that one specifically. Okay.
Okay.
He had extra short arms.
Maybe here's something awkward. There's actually an ability called awkward.
Okay.
Yes.
They add 3 setbacks dice to all brawl, melee, and coordination checks.
All right. So he'll get his 6 brawn, but then 3 setback dice. I got a chance.
Yeah.
And then he talks you into killing yourself.
The Wookiee has been consumed.
Kill yourself.
Yeah, I don't know.
That-
I don't know what the damage would be for a
That could be a critical even.
That actually
I think
would
it's-
be with an unarmed because that requires
Yeah.
5 advantages.
Here
I,
comes all the damage.
Bam. Actually, I don't know what's. I think brawl. If he makes a brawl attack, it's
start at 6 or 7 damage.
It would be 7 damage because like it adds your brawn, and then every success adds 1. So that's 7 damage. So that definitely does get through my soak.
yeah.
So 1 damage, then like a critical hit.
And now we go to the critical hit table.
Turns
So
out
roll
he's
critical
also
injury.
a vibro.
Oh no, I'm distracted. Damn it. Target cannot perform a free maneuver during their next turn. Son of a bitch.
Nerd.
You
Yeah.
like punch my legs. or he went, the tradition should have killed you or some dumb shit. I'm like, what? What does that mean?
I'm gonna shave you after
Yeah,
this.
but you do
No,
take
he-
some damage, so that means
He
you're a
kicked
Wookiee
you
rage.
in the shin.
That's right. I'm not just in like Wookiee rage, but I actually like critically hit there. Is there like a damage take macro, or do I just like?
You click on wounds, and it
There we
says.
go. Wounds taken 1. There we go.
You're in the super rage now.
That's right. I am in super rage.
Which means you do more
You're
You're
damage.
the
one
booty
turn.
blasted.
That's right. I deal like two extra damage now to my attacks.
Yeah?
That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I deal 1 damage and I trigger a critical hit on him.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a fuck.
He doesn't give a fuck.
No, seriously, they have talents to ignore like the first 2 or 3 criticals.
Yeah, no, it the thing is, it's subtract 30 from the critical injury. It's literally subtract 30 from a critical injury rolls made on him.
Wonderful.
So having something that's vicious and the thing that makes you have better criticals and stuff is...
That's right. I add plus 10 to that roll from my vicious 1.
Yeah, so yeah.
Oh, and hey, I have Pierce 1 as well in my damage roll, so I actually like punch through one of those soak as well.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. So
It's a good,
And speaking of vicious, I need to get a vibro axe.
Get a
like a
vibro
warrior?
saw.
So like all those times where I was just dealing his soak damage, I was actually able to deal like 1 point of damage. And in this case, I was able to deal 2 because of my Pierce.
yep.
Yeah.
So what you're showing us is that Rakcharr can punch this hut to death by himself.
1,000 cuts.
I'm saying that it's theoretically possible if the dice go this way, but it's not like optimal. Like I'm pretty sure this hut will just wield like some sort of like fucking blaster thing and mow my character down before he even gets to him. So.
No, see, this is
Some blaster thing, yeah.
this is a flurry of blows. Each round is half a heartbeat. Which is why Jay's not going anymore.
But yeah, that's...
His processor runs way faster than any of our hearts.
That hits, but unless it has like enough Pierce to bypass the soak, it doesn't deal any damage.
I don't think many...
I really want a vibro axe. Shit.
Vibro axes are pretty nice.
yeah, Soak is the...
Holy fuck.
Soak is the thing that's going to be... most enemies will have. Defense will be a little bit more annoying.
Pierce 2, Vicious 3, Sunder?
Yes.
Yeah. Why do you think Gamorreans use...
And they have hard points, so you can modify them to make them better.
Defense adds challenge dice to the attack.
I think it's challenge dice.
Yes. Which is a big deal.
Yeah, it's rare to come by defense for quite a while.
So if you meet an enemy who actually has defense, it's like, holy shit.
And if we had any defense, holy shit, you spent a lot of money on that armor.
Or manage to acquire that thing in that tree that gives you the defense.
It's usually like the bottom of the tree, though.
And the hunt shoots his pistol.
Or not in any of the trees.
Yeah, a lot of trees don't even get it.
Don't tase me, bro. Yeah!
No, the stat block for the hut, when it comes to anything not involving brawn, sucks. Or intelligence.
And when he's using
in
brawn,
combat.
it still sucks.
Yes. Because he's big.
And he has short arms.
Which is why huts are actually not that dangerous. They can take a hit, and if they hit you,
Let's
it's going to
go,
hurt.
Rakcharr. Let's go.
It's amusing to consider that they came from, like, a very honorable warrior society.
And then found out they could enslave.
Yeah, like, we don't have to actually do anything ourselves.
So they used their last generation of honorable warriors to enslave a bunch of races. And since then have delegated.
Priorities, man.
Hey, if I was an honorable warrior culture, that's what I'd do.
There you go. I'm glad we're figuring out all these things like Disorient 1. What does that do?
That's the purpose of Session 0.
Right. Disorient, you can find that on page 156. I can use 2 advantages to trigger that if I feel like it.
It's just like...
It disorients an opponent, and disorienting means that it adds a setback die to all skill checks they make. And because the value of my disorient is 1, it would only do that for 1 round. I would probably not use my 2 advantages on the disorient, but I wanted to note that down that I have that option.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can totally trigger it if you know you can't knock somebody out, but they're about to attempt something to get away.
Mm-hmm.
You can try to fuck over their dice pool by disorienting them.
The same as like with the knockdown thing. I can trigger like 2 advantages. However, the hut probably has a silhouette bigger than 1.
I believe it's 2.
So I would need 3 advantages to trigger it
You
on the hut.
can use, I believe, a destiny die to trip something larger than you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, but usually I'm assuming if you have 2 advantages, you're just going to crit.
Yeah, since my vibro knucklers allow me to crit on 2 advantages. Unless I get like more than 2 advantages so that I can spend it on more things. Or like a triumph.
Just gotta get that Tinkerer, man.
Because in combat, if you crit against a minion, the minion just outright is taken out of the fight.
It's like I just wade into Imperial Stormtroopers, and do enough damage to kill one of them, and then crit another one, killing it outright too. Yeah. I strike out with both fists. I just hit to my left and hit to my right.
Yeah.
Double fisting death.
I definitely paid for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna be so useless in combat, guys. I just want you to know that.
It's fine.
You're not gonna be
care.
useless. Look.
I would yell obscenities at them for strain damage.
I mean, look how useful the party was in A New Hope on the Death Star. Han Solo's grand plan to get out of there was to charge into an armory.
Nobody said he was smart.
At any rate, our goal is to avoid combat situations as much as possible. So that is where your skill set will come in.
Like a comment I made to Jordan, this system is kind of similar to Shadowrun in the way that, in combat you can end up in trouble very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It's not one of those games where you have a shitload of skills to be able to, large incapacitation. But it's not one of those systems with any 8 Rakcharr.
He climbs under the hut. No one will notice him.
Yeah, it's not one of those systems with 1,001 skills to avoid attacks and things like that. You're probably going to get shot.
You're going to get shot eventually.
Rakcharr found a mount.
That's amazing!
Technically, anyone who rolls on the critical table does not die until they roll one of the die things.
That's right. I would just keep punching Forta.
Yeah.
Forever punch.
I think once you're incapacitated, though, you start instantly taking crits.
ABP, always be punching.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, there you go.
That's right.
How does this... one thing I don't understand in this framework, how does it handle initiative? I don't even think it does.
Well,
it does.
It does. We have, initiative links we can click up there. It pops up, what do you want to roll for this? Cool or Vigilance? So I go ahead and select that, and then it'll add you to the initiative tracker. I didn't get any successes, but I got an advantage, which helps me tie with other people who are at my same level.
Which is how it shows the .1.1s and such.
Yes.
That makes sense. I wasn't sure how this thing...
For example, I'm pretty sure that Forta's slot would be above Lissa's slot, because they tied with the successes, but Forta's got 4 advantages.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how the description goes.
Anyways, these would be player and NPC slots. Anyways.
Yes. So we have the action economy advantage versus a solo enemy like Forta.
Yeah.
And start MapTool.
All right. And I think I'm not 100% certain if you can take multiple turns in a round.
I don't think so. No.
All right.
Not unless you have something special.
Yeah.
And they're really uncommon / rare to find.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like one turn you can decide Rakcharr goes first. But then the next turn you can say Laana goes first because she really has to get away from the hut.
And then you can, like, select the initiative, like, drop-down box, and you can select the sort initiative thing. And so then all of them will be sorted. Or you can just, like, start the initiative tracker. That works, too.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So that option definitely does work.
Oh.
And J3PO master fucking assassin
What the
there.
I rolled my cool, which is tied to presence.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you go for. I think. Well, the player
Well,
character.
yeah, that's the first slot there.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Well, we knew we were going to be fighting Forta here, so we totally had it planned out to have the option to use either Cool or Vigilance, right?
Yeah. And since Fort of the Hut's kind of incapacitated right now, you really can't offer any resistance.
Right, Forta.
Nerd.
Did even know Huts could have mustaches? This one can't. This one did, and that's all that matters. Okay, that
I'm going
annoys
to take
that.
a nap now.
Combo.
Voluntary stun damage.
He just punches himself right in the face.
The Wookiee is eaten by Corellian as he recovers.
Oh, that didn't automatically clear my status. Alright, I'll have to clear that manually then. But yeah, it's great. Just like, alright guys, it's going to be a long, boring trip. Just ball up like the right fist.
Thought.
Alright. Makes sense.
I mean, that's cool, I guess. He self-naps.
He's a self-napper.
Jay just asks, why didn't he just power off?
Jay,
Somebody didn't program
biologically,
Jay
no.
very well. They skipped the anatomy portion to put more killing programming.
Gamorrean!
So, Jay, I think a better solution would just be more alcohol.
That amazing picture.
One-on-one
Less-
versus a mook. We got this.
That
We're gonna die!
Vibroax Mook.
Fucking scum. Sure, he's got a vibroaxe. I got me.
We're gonna die!
I wish I could just like zoom in on my character's face, but I don't have those GM controls. Just like, that's amazing.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. You take a strain because that was such an awful shot.
Upgrade that. Upgrade.
Upgrade complete.
Work complete.
One really nice thing about Destiny points, though, is that, like, the person performing the action can choose to spend them before the GM can fuck you with it.
Well, at the same time, like, the GM is the one, like, during the NPCs who might get the first say on whether to use a Destiny point.
Yep. It works both ways.
This is a
But at
9.
least if you really want to succeed and you don't want him to screw with you, you can choose to do it first.
But you can always upgrade the dice to
Your
one.
nostrils are so fucked up in that portrait. Oh, man.
Both Forta and the guard.
Well, that's how they know each other. They're from a support group for horrible nostrils.
God.
Rhinoplasty.
That makes
Anonymous.
sense.
I want to kill you just because of your face.
So sad.
Yes. Okay, that's it. We need to have a talk.
Is that how you say it?
Yes, we need to... let's talk.
Rakcharr just screaming, "What's wrong with your face?"
Oh, I don't have any Destiny points to spend in this situation. Curses. We'll just pretend I used a Destiny point anyway.
Well, there it went.
Well, actually, no. That's going to impact the Gamorrean anyway.
I think the Gamorrean might be dead after that. No.
That deals 12 damage, but the Gamorrean Mook's got some soak on it, I'm sure.
Yeah, I just need
One.
No, Aaron, he has more. Gamorreans have high, stuff.
Do
Hot
they?
stuff. All right, well, surely that combined with this.
Yeah.
I think...
Yeah, you don't fucking say.
I think he just killed the entire room.
You can only crit once.
That's true, but I can add like an extra, like for everything I go over, I can add an extra 10 to the roll. So I can add an extra, use my other 2 advantages to knock him down while I'm critting him, and use my 2 triumphs to do amazing things to the room.
Yeah.
So you knock him down, crit him, and then add 20 for the triumphs.
It's like, maybe I do that, and then I use the triumphs, so let's see, I can spend 2 triumphs to, when dealing damage to a target, have the attack destroy a piece of equipment the target is using, such as blowing up his blaster or destroying a personal shield generator. I punch him so hard I destroy his like, armor. Like, it just, like, breaks in half over.
You punch through the blade of his axe into his face.
I punch through the blade of the axe, the blade that I punch off goes into the Gamorrean's face, killing him.
Which is why you did so much damage.
There you go.
Is there any way to remove a weapon?
What do you mean?
There's disarm. Oh, you mean like that?
The sheet, yeah.
In your... Huh.
Yeah.
I know if you click on your character, you can go in and edit it. Maybe if you delete everything.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool.
You were having a hard time getting successes, Chris.
Earlier I was doing fine, just against something I couldn't hit even if I wanted to.
The worst rolls I've deduced are like the rolls where you just like get all these fucking like advantages just like piling on the dice.
Hey, those advantages are going to help you guys out when you're not in combat.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because you guys
Not only
have...
that, you can keep passing them on and upgrading people's dice.
Well, you can mostly keep
You know,
just giving boost dice to them.
I expected to do alright in this thing though. This is my thing.
Punching Gamorreans?
Punching.
Yes.
This is what I have been waiting a month for.
You mean...
All right, session's yours over. I'm good.
Welcome to Star Wars.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Alright, Chris!
He's got a triumph, but 2 threats.
So it's so awesome that he takes 2 strain from like the headache that he gets from that shot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, you're the one who chooses how to spin thread, so it might not be that.
Focusing so hard, she gets a nosebleed.
Let's see. Like with 2 threats, an opponent may immediately perform 1 free maneuver in response to the active character's check. So it's like another Gamorrean like advances closer as a result.
Mm-hmm. 1 advantage to crit? What the...
Yeah, it has 2, and then the Banthazai takes a 1 off from the required, so it automatically generates an advantage.
How much did that mod cost?
500 for the mod.
Alright.
Mostly went back
Does
garbage.
it take it off, or does it just automatically generate an advantage?
Auto generates in 1 advantage.
So those can still be canceled by threats.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not actually 1 advantage to crit.
Yeah, it's not
still
1
2.
advantage to crit. It's still 2 advantages to crit, but it needs to be noted that you get a free advantage.
Okay, I'm gonna edit that.
And Space Robot misses. Gets a lot of advantages, though.
With 3 advantages, you can... Let's see here. That's on page 206, those things. So, like, you can... gain 1 melee or ranged defense until the end of your next turn. Or if you had actually dealt damage, you could have the attack disable the opponent or 1 piece of gear. So you can, like, disable his comlink.
Well, if I dealt damage, I would have done a crit.
Oh, that's one possibility, too. You can add boost dice to, like, the next allied active character's check, or to any allied character's next check.
Any
Yeah,
check.
that's kind of the simplest one.
Or like with 2 advantages, you can perform a free maneuver.
Yep.
That does not exceed your 2 maneuver per limit, but hey,
That's right.
You just don't
shooting
take the
again?
strain.
Yeah, you're right.
you can't just shoot again.
Shooting is not a maneuver.
Shooting is an action.
You only have...
Edit this on here.
Edit what?
Go to your character sheet
I
and then scroll down.
I'm on the character sheet, but
You go into your character
click-
sheet and then click your portrait.
Yeah. Go into the edit character sheet.
got it.
Yeah, my first XP purchases are probably going to be more skill points in murdering.
Yeah. Well,
Gamorrean.
that You failed the charm, and yet you gained some advantage. But
The Gamorrean tried to charm Rakcharr.
well, maybe it wasn't like a failure to, but like Rakcharr agrees to settle it like with an arm wrestling competition instead.
Please, no!
In which case, by arm wrestle, he means he grabs the Gamorrean's arms and rips them off.
And then he wrestles with them.
I'm
And then
willing.
beats him to death with
I'm
them.
willing to do an opposed brawn test, Gamorrean.
I think you win because the...
Go!
Alright.
See, this is why
Actually,
smugglers always have a Wookiee.
The opposed checks actually, the way they work, is you add his brawn as difficulty die.
Okay.
Now, there
So
are
how many
times, though,
difficulty
when
die do I
both
need to
sides
throw?
actually roll.
Yeah.
They're just really rare.
I'll do that this time because why not?
Well, let me know how many difficulty dice I need to roll. I can do that.
It's 3 difficulty dice.
That actually cancels out all of my successes, but I gain 2 advantages.
Yep.
You slightly push his arm towards the table.
Yes, it's like, so we begin the arm wrestling competition. I'm like, this is awesome when I recover 2 strain.
No,
You broke one of his fingers.
The advantage just makes his elbow slip a little
holy
bit.
shit,
So
he almost won.
You need to roll an extra difficulty dice for that. I have 5 brawn.
He already failed.
But he might get some extra threat or something. Yeah. Aw.
He super failed.
Just more failure.
The Gamorrean...
Story of his life.
He's,
Damn it! Well,
Well,
Played Gamorrean Mook.
I've gotten so many advantages right now.
well,
Alright,
And then Rakcharr gets tired and just crosses with his left with the knuckle.
wow, he 3 threat. Yeah, he may win, the Gamorrean may win the arm wrestling competition, but I don't think he actually wins.
No!
I think he's dead.
Rakcharr's arm gets close to the table. He just gives
let
him
the
a left hook.
Wookiee win.
Rakchar's arm gets close to the table, like his eyes narrow, and then he like pulls back the vibro knuckler fist.
Fires off across.
Shot across the room and killed the Wookiee.
Yeah, from now on until you guys leave this scene, you guys have a +2 to all intimidation checks. Plus 2 bonus die. Plus 2 bonus die, good sir.
Alright, boost die. There we
Boost
go.
die, bonus, whatever.
There we go. And then
Used.
and then someone uses in the back, let the Wookiee win! Get out of my face!
He holds up the Gamorrean's severed arm.
Sounds like an old school telephone. I'm not going to be speaking in Treewood.
You say that, but
Aaron will do it for you.
That's funny. I'm going to be using his droid to translate, and so J3PO actually just starts speaking in Treewood with the modulator.
yeah.
For the entire campaign, you're just going to be like, dude, I can understand basic. They just can't understand me.
Like, my vocal cords prohibit me from speaking anything else other than Treewood, you fucking droid.
Yeah.
As he continues to speak back to you in Shriwook.
Listen, you speak and spell with a gun. I don't have to take your shit.
Speak and spell with the gun.
Seriously, Jay, I don't want to have to fix Wookiee wounds.
It's okay.
Oh.
It's okay. The greatest nemesis is like when like Jay pulls out like a specific like stun rifle or something. I got what you need right here, Wookiee.
His
Hell.
blaster rifle has a stun setting.
Yeah, and that would start at 9 damage.
I think it's like
The
an
strain,
I think it's like
rather.
an incidental to change it to like stun setting, but I think it's short range only. So
Yeah,
good
it is.
news. You have to like get me within the short range bracket.
Which is where you're going to be
I
if you're
assume
trying
if
to
we're
fight back
going
anyway.
to be having an argument like that, you would be in short range.
No! I'm gonna be standing here on the other side of like long range.
Rakcharr only argues for medium range.
That's right.
Oh, no.
I'm just saying, if you want to be dangerous to him, you gotta close to stunning range.
I'll just like start throwing things.
Yeah, but you've only got 12 wounds. He can probably cross that distance and hit you for all that in one attack.
That's right. I will take 2 strain to get an extra maneuver and I just have to win the initiative.
Gotta slam an emergency repair patch on it.
And since we have the same vigilance roll, 1 proficiency die, it's possible.
Yeah, so it's a toss-up. Who will win?
We start using destiny points against each other.
The witnesses?
Yes, the
The
witnesses.
witnesses will win?
The guy with the video camera wins.
Exactly. The guy's streaming.
Who uploads this to the HoloNet.
Exactly.
You have a blaster rifle, right, Aaron?
Built
it's a
into his
heavy.
arm.
Isn't it a heavy blaster rifle?
No.
No?
Heavy blaster rifles are expensive.
Way too expensive.
I just thought with 9 damage that it was a
Hell,
heavy.
stormtroopers don't even have blaster rifles.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
starts with 9 damage. What the hell weapon
Right.
is that?
A regular blaster rifle.
Stormtroopers start the game with blaster carbines, which are pretty much the exact same. They just don't have the range.
Yeah.
Which is funny because, like, basically the only difference between E11 rifle and carbine is whether you have the stock out or not.
Yeah, I guess it does do that. Huh. That's
Hey, man.
cool.
People pay hundreds of thousands.
A
Just-
heavy blaster rifle only does 1 point more damage.
It encumbers 2 more.
Yeah, it has the range is the thing.
So's the blaster rifle.
But the heavy blaster rifle can do auto fire.
The moral of the story
That's the
is
difference,
the moral of the
yes.
story is that when blasters get involved, no one is safe.
Yeah, no,
Basically.
the blaster rifle doesn't have automatic fire.
Yeah. I see that.
But who needs
That's
automatic
nice.
when it only takes 1 shot, right?
I still have my dream of getting one of those weapons that uses a gunnery skill and carrying
Dude.
it around.
We already did the math. You can do it.
Right.
Yeah, these are, this is one of those wrist blasters that the advanced battle droids had in the prequel series.
Which
That's
is
what
why
it is.
which is why you had it mentioned like in description.
Yeah. It's Clone Wars surplus, just like a Cold War surplus AK.
Just like a lot of your body parts.
Yes!
That's your new nickname, Jay. Surplus.
Alright.
Works for him. Wait a minute. Is that
I'll change his label from Assassin for the Rainbow Coalition.
All right, Aaron, go ahead and make.
Surplus of the Rainbow.
All right, Aaron, go
to
ahead and make an attack roll. With
Oh,
your-
are we gonna have
Do
the
I
showdown?
have to?
Go for it. You might not knock me unconscious. It depends on how many
Okay,
successes
and this
you
is
get.
what, 2 difficulties?
It should be.
if it's at short range,
It
no.
would only be 1.
Oh.
Yeah. Actually, if he's engaged, it might be 3, but whatever.
We'll say that J3PO won initiative.
Okay.
Like, he might be engaged, but yeah, if he won initiative, he can still shoot before becoming in melee engaged.
All right, that still hits my soak, and that only deals 4 strain damage to me.
Okay.
And
Right.
then Rakcharr closes to melee.
I just wanted to see whether I would get immediately put to sleep in one hit. That's all.
What, you're gonna start
You
this and you're not
could.
gonna resolve the fight?
I didn't want to actually fight. I just wanted to see an attack roll in that situation with 1 difficulty die. That's all.
You're getting people's
Gotta do-
hopes up, man.
Gotta do that quick draw.
Yeah, he'd have to have 14 total damage to knock you down in one
Yeah,
shot. No, 15.
It'd be
I'm gonna
possible.
be picking up more points in ranged heavy so that I can get higher chances at triumphs.
Because Aaron wants them crits.
I do. I'm
Those
gonna be crit
proficiency
building this guy.
dice. Yeah.
I'm going to be crit building this nerd.
Crit build.
And aren't you picking up those abilities that when you can cost a destiny point to add characteristics to damage?
Might.